brothers, before we came into the knowledge of the truth, any brother, before the other brothers, you know, if they weren't out here going back to the elders and apostles, bringing this truth, then we wouldn't be able to receive it. We wouldn't have heard it. We wouldn't have been able to get the knowledge of the truth. Now, so continuing on, this is that deceit, you know, the wiles of the devil. This truth is what quenches those fiery darts and the wiles of the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the man of sin, you know. So the accuser of our brethren. So let's continue on that and show that further in the book of Daniel. You know, let's show that further in the book of Daniel. Going into the wiles of the devil, the trick, the lies, you know, the deception, the misinformation. So this is Daniel 8, and I'll start at verse 24. Daniel 8 and 24, and it reads, "And his power," speaking of the wicked, that's why it spoke about us being able to stand against the wiles of the devil by taking on this truth in its entirety, because this devil has power. You know, he has rulership over the earth. "And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power," because the Lord in 2 Thessalonians said that he, you know, he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. The Most High gave him his power. When you read Daniel 4 and 17, it says that, you know, that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth to whomsoever he please, and set it up over the basis of men. So that's by the will of the Most High. "And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people." And that's what Esau, Edom has continually done, and he's about to do that with a great slaughter in these last days, which is the 2/3 are going to be a part of that great sacrifice. You know, the Lord is going to allow them to be sacrificed. Verse 25, "And through his policy, through his laws, you know, through his misinformation, through his lies and pushing lies to the people, telling the people, keeping them in the way of wickedness, telling the people that the holidays, you know, are high holy days, that they are to keep these things, these wicked rituals, telling the people that, you know, January the 1st is the new year, when the Bible tells you the new year is in the springtime, when everything awakens out of the ground, which it makes sense. If you got any common sense, when everything comes back to life, that makes it new. Renewed. It says, "And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many." That's why during this time of the year, people speak about peace on earth, etc. You often hear that. You hear that in many songs, you know, just speaking of peace on earth. It says, "He shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand." But so he's going to be destroyed. The man of sin, Esau, Edom, is going to be destroyed. So I'm going to get another precept that's going into the fact that, you know, our people, the Israelites, believe and trust in wickedness, and it's going to be, you know, a great punishment for taking on the ways of this world and denying Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, it's going to be a great punishment. And once again, it's going to be a great slaughter. Our people are going to be sacrificed, 2/3 of them. All right, let's get that further. See if I can find it real quick. So this is the book of Isaiah 5, showing you the spirit that Jake is in. This is why Jake takes on the heathen customs when the Lord said, "Learn not the way of the heathen." Here's why they still do it. Isaiah 5 and Isaiah 5 and verse 20. So Isaiah 5 and 20 goes into that. Isaiah 5 and 20, it reads, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." Many people call Christmas a good time, a time of family, a time of tradition, a time of love, a time of peace, a time of giving. Isaiah 5 and 20, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So those that, you know, take on wickedness and try to, you know, make as if it's righteous when it has nothing to do with what's righteous with the Most High, then a woe unto them, which means destruction. So that's what the Lord said. He said, destruction unto them that call good evil and evil good. Let me get another precept, because that's what our people do. Jeremiah 4:22. You know, it tells you further that in Jeremiah 4. Let me get that. Jeremiah 4:22. So, whoa, destruction is going to be on to you Jakes who refuse to come back to truth. You know, destruction. That's what the Lord said. Let's get that further. So now, this is Jeremiah 4:22, and it reads, for my people, speaking of the Israelites, is foolish. They have not known me. So we celebrating Christmas and all these wicked ass, you know, practices. That shows that the Most High's people don't know him, by and large. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. You know, it says they are sottish children, which means stupid, and they have none understanding. They don't understand nothing. They don't understand anything about the Bible. They don't understand anything that's righteous and true. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. They have no knowledge of the truth. That's why they keep on taking on the practices of the world. They have no knowledge of the truth. And that's the children of Israel. You know, God's chosen people. Let's get that further. Let's go to the book of Psalm. Let's land back off of that. Let's get a few more precepts before we shut it down. So let's land back off that. This is the book of Psalm. The book of Psalm, we're going to start at. It's the book of Psalm 52. Just going into that. Going to the wickedness of Jake. Psalm 52, in verse, I'll start at verse 2. Psalm 52:2, it reads, thy tongue devises mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. And we see the wicked is doing that, and through the wicked doing that, 2/3 are falling in line with the wicked, you know, whose tongue devises mischiefs and is like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good. See, our people love evil, the scriptures say, more than good. You love to be wicked more than good. Because when you read John 3:19, it says, this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, but men love darkness because their deeds are evil. Psalm 52:3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. So the fact that our people, as it says in Isaiah 30, say, speak unto me smooth things, prophesy deceits. They like lying more than righteousness, than being corrected. No, the Bible says this. This is the way of truth. We got to do away with you know, taking on these pagan customs, etc. Our people, once again, Psalm 52:3, thou lovest evil more than good. They love evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. They don't want to hear righteousness, you know. That's why, once again, in Isaiah 30, they say, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So, further showing that. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to Psalm 109. Let's go to Psalm 109 and get another precept. So, Psalm 109 and Psalm 109:5. And it reads, and they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. The Lord speaking about his people. They have rewarded him evil for good and hatred for my love. And what's the love of the Most High? It's truth. You know, those that love the Lord, the Bible says over and over again, from A to Z, that if you love me, keep my commandments. The love of the Most High is obedience, keeping his commandments. You know, abiding in his truth, having faith. So it says, Psalm 109:4, for my love, they are, Psalm 109, I'll start at 4. Psalm 109:4, for my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer, and they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. So that's what our people do. They reward the Lord hatred for his love. You know, meaning they just disregarded him. Now, let's get another precept or two. Let's also go to the book of Psalm 38. Going into that. Let's get that. Psalm 38 in verse 20. Psalm 38:20, and it reads, they also that render evil for good are mine adversaries, because I follow the thing that good is. So it says, they also render evil for good are my adversaries. So those that push evil for good are the adversaries of the Most High. So they are the adversaries to the elect, to the believers. It says, because I follow the thing that is good. We following the ways of righteousness as we've learned to come back to righteousness. All right. Got another one. Let's get the book of Proverbs. Let's get the book of Proverbs real quick. Proverbs. The book of Proverbs 13 and verse 21. Proverbs 13 and 21, and it reads, evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. So all those that are continuing in this truth, you know, that are standing firm for Yahweh Shem Shah, they're going to be repaid, you know, for standing for righteousness. I'll read it again. Proverbs 13 and 21. Evil pursueth sinners. So all the wickedness is done by our people, taking on the ways of the world. Evil pursueth sinners. Evil is going to pursue them. But to the righteous, to the believers, to the elect, good shall be repaid. They're going to be repaid for that. But once again, the Lord said he has forgotten our work and labor of love that we showed toward his name, in that we have ministered to the saints and do minister, meaning we've continued in the way of truth. So, I think that's all I'm going to get today. Going into that, no, I got a little bit more through the Spirit. Got a little bit more. So now, this continues on with all the months. So in these months, these wicked months, another example of the wickedness, the wicked vibration the earth is under. I'm gonna give another example with these months. I'm gonna close it out. So the month of January is, you know, celebrated through Januarius in honor of the Roman god Janus. So the month of January is a month, you know, that's commemorated through a Roman god. You know, they have nothing to do, you know, with anything but pagan worship, just like these holidays. The month of February is for Februarius in honor of the Roman festival of general expiation and purification. Once again, going into Greco-Roman customs. The month of March is from the word Martilius in honor of the Roman god Mars. So that's what March is all about. It's honoring a Roman god. April, Aprilis, which was derived from aprio, a Latin verb meaning to open. The month that opens to produce new fruits, which is really going into Abib, which is going into the new year. You know, everything is being opened back up again. The flowers, the plants, you know, everything comes back to life. Everything's green again. The month of May, and that goes into Maias in honor of the Greek goddess Maya. So that's where May comes from. It's honoring a Greek goddess. The month of June, and that word is Junius in honor of the Roman goddess Juno. Now the month of July is commemorating is in the honor of Julius Caesar, the emperor. That's how we got the month of July that was put on the calendar. So even the months out of the year on the calendar is all pagan worship. The month of August goes back to Augustus in honor of the emperor Augustus Caesar. Now, when you get into the month of September, October, November, December, these are all numbers. Septem equals September. So the word September comes from the Latin word septem, which is Latin for 7. But now if you check it, you got January, February, March, April, May, June, July. August is 8. September would be 9 then, you would think. Nope. Because a lot of these months, when you look it up, like July and August, were months that was put in to commemorate certain, you know, emperors. Once again, Julius Caesar and Augustus. So in doing that, Septem, or September, is the 7th month. When really, you know, it's the 9th month. You know? And then the same thing for October, which goes back to octum in Latin for 8. but it's the 10th month. Novum, November, is Latin for 9, but it's the 11th month. Showing you how everything is upside down, the scriptures say. And I got a precept for that before I close it out. December goes back to decim, and is Latin for 10, but it's the 12th month. Now, why is that like that? Showing you that everything that this devil do is all backwards and upside down, and it's all confusion. That's why he's called the devil. We look up that word devil in the blue letters, G1228, and it goes back to the Latin word diablos, which means one that's prone to slander. Slanderous meaning a liar. Accuser, falsely accuser. A metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act out the part of the devil or side with him, the deceiver of the earth, which is Esau, Edom. Earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked has pushed forth all of these things that now the true believers, through the 144,000, through the elect on the four corners of the earth, are able to renounce these things and to give light unto the truth. Now, let's get that further before we close it on out real quick. So this is the book of Daniel. It's the book of Daniel. Let me get it here in Daniel. It's like here. It's the book of Daniel, just going into all these lies that's been told. You know, all this mistruth, misinformation, which is just lies, which is the wiles of the devil, the scripture spoke about. This is Daniel. Let's get that in Daniel 7 in verse 25. Daniel 7 and 25, and it reads, and he, speaking of the wicked, Esau, Edom, this going back to the time of the Romans, shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. Is why the calendar is all upside down. He's changed the times and laws, because these are not, you know, the names of the months going back to the Hebrew calendar, you know. And shall think to change the times and laws, and he's changed time. So we don't know what year we're actually in. The months are longer than on the Hebrew calendar. You got some months that's 28 days on this calendar. Some are 31. Most are 31. And you got some that's 30. So that's him changing the times and laws. And it says, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time. Speaking, you know, this devil's rule. We're at the end of his time of rulership, you know. So that's what's going on with this devil, this man of sin. Job 9 and 24, this devil, once again, the definition I gave, shows that he has deceived the earth. He is the one that's prone to slander. Esau, Edom. Job 9 and 24, he's the man that is ruling the earth because it's been given in his hand. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You follow that up? In the book of Malachi, book of Malachi 1 and 2, and it reads, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Everything goes back to that. Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob, so the Lord loves Jacob. And I hated Esau, and he hates Esau, the wicked, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, the Edomites, Esau is Edom, you read the Bible, the children of the wicked. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. He did that during the time of the Renaissance. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And they shall call them the border of wickedness. So Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness, wherever they are. And the people, all of the Edomites, are the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Why? Because they are the border of wickedness. They are the men of sin the Bible speaks of. And then once again, another example is Hebrews 12 and 16, where it tells us that Esau is the profane man on the planet. Followed by other precepts like Job, 30th chapter, where Job said, you know, that he wouldn't even have them sit with the dogs of his flock. Showing you that the man of sin is being revealed, and all this wickedness that goes on is being pushed, is soon to come to an end. It won't just be, you know, people, you know, crying about not being able to celebrate the holidays they want, the way they want to, and traveling, and so on and so forth. The Most High is about to shut down Babylon the Great, America. So for all the brothers and you few sisters, the Akim and Akwathium, who believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, this is the time to stand firm, because the Lord is about to he's about to turn up the heat, so to speak. The Most High is about to bring great judgment to Babylon the Great, America. So this is the time to stay rooted, 10 toes down, firm in your belief, firm in the faith, not wavering, being able to stand against the wiles of the devil. This is that time. So I'm going to close it out with that and give all praises, honor, and glory by saying, Call Halo Yamla, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles who've labored faithfully in His truth and are the true teachers of Israel today. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Habayah Madawadah, the house of David, which are the brothers laboring on the four corners of the earth, laboring to make their calling of election sure. Peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, and to the Akim and Akwathim who listen and believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, who also make up the body of the elect. To you I say Shalom. Shalom.